If it is in Nigeria, this is very expensive. Oh.
So first things first, what even is mini importation? Let me explain it in the most basic way possible. You know how things are sometimes cheaper abroad than they are here in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, anywhere in Africa. Like you go to the market here and a wireless earpiece is 8,000 naira. But on a Chinese website, that same earpiece is like 800 naira. Do you understand? The price difference is crazy. So what mini importation means is you are going on that Chinese website, buying the earpiece at 800 naira, bringing it into your country yourself, and then selling it at 5,000, 6,000, whatever price you want. The profit is yours. That's it. That is mini importation. It's not complicated. It's just buying cheap and selling at a higher price. Okay, hey guys, welcome back. If you are new here, hi, my name is Aboki, and this is the channel where we talk about making money, importing, and building your business from scratch. If you've been here before, you already know what we do. We don't do plenty grammar here. We go straight to the point. We talk real, and we make sure you actually understand what you are hearing. So today's video is going to be special. I've been getting so many DMs, so many comments, people asking me, how do I start mini importation? And I don't understand the process. And can you break it down for me slowly? And honestly, I hear you. Because when I was starting out, nobody broke it down for me slowly either. I had to figure it out myself, make some mistakes, lose a little money, and then finally get it. So this video is for the person who feels like they are behind, the person who has watched 5 other videos and is still confused, the person who is scared they will buy something and it will not arrive. Yeah, that's who this is for. So relax, grab your phone, grab something to drink if you want, and let's just talk. Okay, so first things first. What even is mini importation? Let me explain it in the most basic way possible. You know how things are sometimes cheaper abroad than they are here in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, anywhere in Africa. Like you go to the market here and a wireless earpiece is 8,000 naira. But on a Chinese website, that same earpiece is like 800 naira. Do you understand? The price difference is crazy. So what mini importation means is you are going on that Chinese website, buying the earpiece at 800 naira, bringing it into your country yourself, and then selling it at 5,000, 6,000, whatever price you want. The profit is yours. That's it. That is mini importation. It's not complicated. It's just buying cheap and selling at a higher price. You are the middle person, the bridge between China and your customer. And the good news is, you don't need a container, you don't need to go to the port, you don't need to know anybody in customs. You can literally do this from your room with just your phone and internet. Now, let me talk about the platforms. Where do you actually go to buy these things? The biggest one, the one everybody talks about, is 1688.com. That one is like the mama of all cheap Chinese wholesale websites. The prices there are incredibly low because you are buying directly from factories. But, and this is a big but, 1688 is fully in Chinese. Like everything on that website is Chinese language. So if you are just starting out, it might be confusing. But don't panic. I'll tell you what to do in a second. Then you have Alibaba. This one is the international version. It's in English, which makes things easier. The prices on Alibaba are a little higher than 1688, but they are still very much cheaper than what you will find here locally. Alibaba is more for when you want to buy in bulk, like minimum 50 pieces, 100 pieces, that kind of thing. But some sellers there have low minimums too, so explore. Then there's AliExpress. This one is my personal recommendation for beginners. It's in English, it ships directly to your country, and you can buy even one piece, one single piece. So if you want to test a product before you invest big money, AliExpress is your friend. The prices are a bit higher than 1688, but the convenience, amazing. So in summary, AliExpress for beginners, 1688 for when you are more experienced and want the cheapest possible prices, and Alibaba when you are ready to buy in bulk. Now, how do you actually place your first order? Let me walk you through it like you've never done this before. And if you have done it before, just bear with me, because maybe you'll pick up something new. Let's use AliExpress as our example, since I said it's the easiest. First, go to aliexpress.com on your phone or laptop. Create an account. It's free, just your email and a password. Simple. Now, search for whatever product you want to sell. Let's say you want to sell phone cases. Type phone case in the search bar. A whole lot of options will come up. Now, this is where people make their first mistake. They just click the cheapest one without thinking. Don't do that. The cheapest is not always the best, and I'll explain why in a bit. When you find a product you like, click on it, look at the price, look at the photos, and then, this is very important, scroll down and read the reviews. Read what other buyers are saying. If people are saying the quality is bad, move on. If they are saying delivery took 6 months, move on. Look for products that have good reviews, good photos, and a seller with a good rating. Usually something like 4.5 stars and above is fine. Now, before you add to cart, check the shipping options. Some products have free shipping, some don't. Some shipping options take 15 days, some take 45 days. There's usually something called AliExpress standard shipping, which is the most commonly used one. It's reliable and usually takes between 15 to 30 days to arrive in Africa. That's manageable. Once you've confirmed all that, product looks good, seller is rated well, shipping option is selected, you add to cart, go to checkout, fill in your address, your actual home or office address in Nigeria or wherever you are, and pay. You can pay with your card, with PayPal, or sometimes with other options depending on where you are. And that's it, your order is placed. You will get an email confirmation and you can track your package through the AliExpress app. It's that simple. I know it sounds like a lot when I describe it step by step, but when you actually do it, it takes maybe 10-15 minutes. The first time feels slow. By the third time, you'll be doing it in your sleep. Okay, now let me talk about something that a lot of people don't tell you, and this is the part where I want you to really pay attention. When your goods arrive in your country, depending on how much you are importing and what shipping method you used, you might have to deal with customs. Now, customs is not as scary as people make it sound, but you need to understand it so you don't get caught off guard. If you are using AliExpress standard shipping, especially for small quantities like 1, 2, maybe 5 pieces of something, most of the time it comes through without issues. The package just arrives at your door or you pick it up from a courier office. Easy. But if you are importing in bulk, like 50 pieces, 100 pieces, that's when customs becomes more relevant. In Nigeria, for example, you'd be dealing with DHL, FedEx, or a freight forwarder. And there might be duties to pay. A freight forwarder is basically an agent that helps you move your goods from China to your country. They handle the logistics. You can find them on Instagram, on Facebook groups. Just search Freight Forwarder Nigeria or Freight Forwarder Ghana, and you'll find many options. The advice I always give people is, when you are starting, keep it small. Don't try to import 500 pieces of something your first time. Import 5. See if the product sells. See if the quality is what you expected. Then scale up. That way, even if something goes wrong, you haven't lost a fortune. Now, let me talk about scams because they exist and I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't mention them. Scam number 1. People selling mini importation courses that teach you nothing new, overcharge you for information that is freely available on YouTube, and then disappear when you have questions. Yes, they exist. Now, I'm not saying all courses are scams. Some are genuinely helpful, mine included if I do say so myself, but be careful. Before you pay for any course, ask for testimonials. Ask what exactly is covered. Check if the person has a real online presence. Don't just send money to someone because they post nice lifestyle photos. Scam number 2, on the platforms themselves, especially if you go to 1688, you might come across agents who offer to help you shop and ship. Some of these agents are genuine, some are not. If you are using an agent, make sure they have been recommended by someone you trust, or check their reviews on platforms like Trustpilot or forums. Never pay an agent through an untraceable method. Bank transfer with real account details is better than paying random mobile money numbers. Scam number 3. Products that look nothing like the photos. This happens sometimes, especially with cheap sellers who use stock photos. That's why I always say, read the reviews, look at buyer-uploaded photos in the review section, those are real photos from real people, and start with small quantities to test. If you do everything I've said, you'll avoid most of the traps. Not all, because we all learn some lessons the hard way. I definitely have, but most. Let me also quickly talk about what products to sell, because this is a question I get all the time. The best products for mini importation are products that are light in weight, high in demand, and have good profit margins. Things like phone accessories, hair accessories, fashion jewelry, small beauty tools, kitchen gadgets, fitness accessories, these are all great options. They're cheap to import, they don't take up much space, and people buy them every day. Stay away from electronics that are too complex, stay away from anything that needs certification or could get seized at customs, and be careful with anything that is a copy or fake version of a luxury brand. That can get you into trouble. Start with things people already want and already buy. You're not trying to create demand, you're trying to meet existing demand just at a better price. Okay, I think I've covered a lot today. Let me just summarize quickly before I leave you. Mini importation is about buying cheap from China, platforms like AliExpress, 1688 or Alibaba, and selling here at a profit. Start with AliExpress if you're a beginner because it's in English. You can buy in small quantities and it ships to Africa. Take time to choose your products properly. Read reviews, check seller ratings. Understand that customs is part of the process and it's manageable, especially when you start small. Watch out for scams on courses, on agents, on product quality. And start small, test your market, then grow. That's the whole thing, honestly. There's no secret. People just overcomplicate it. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps the channel grow, and it tells YouTube to show this to more people who need it. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I read every single comment, and if a question is common enough, I'll make a full video about it. I have another video coming up soon where I'll be talking about how to find your first customer after your goods arrive, because importing is one thing, but selling is another. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and remember, you can do this. Bye.